with Teena and Deena Lacy, and they are the ladies behind the Lacy Boot Company. They took their years of experience barrel racing and applied it to creating and designing boots that are not only fashionable but also functional. But ladies, if you would not mind telling the listeners a little bit about yourself to get things started today.
Okay, sure. Hi. My sister and I were twins, and we've been barrel racing for probably about 18 to 19 years. And we were always saying, oh, why doesn't someone come up with higher boots so that we're not nailing our shins so bad? Because any barrel racer knows how bad you bruise and cut and sometimes break your shin bone. And so my sister, bless her heart, has been trying. She wanted to do a business really bad, and she just wasn't sure which direction to go with it. And our passion is barrel racing and horses. So we thought, let's do a boot that has really high grade, top of line, impact resistant material in it, and put it in the shin part and get it developed. And we started that about 3 years ago. And we thought it would be simple. We flew down to Mexico. I know. I was like, what were we thinking? We flew down to Mexico and went to Zapica, a really large international trade show, to find a boot and manufacturer. And we found one, and then we had a couple problems getting them to do and make the design that we wanted. So then we came back to the United States because my sister wanted and was very interested in having our products made in the United States. So we contacted any company that we could in the United States that would do a private label. We worked with one for about a year. They couldn't do the design and the laser cutouts and the stitching and the hair on like we wanted to do. And I kind of joke around that they dumped us. So they were like, we hate to say this, but you should go to Mexico. They said, we can't do all the intricate details that you need. And they're amazing boot makers down there. So we went ahead and went back to Mexico, and we found a really good manufacturer that was willing to take on a brand new project like this, something that they had never done before. And they had to work with us on getting the material into the lining. They were so nice. We had all these requests. We wanted the sole, the outsole to be grippy. They had to find us a good rubber that was grippy in the stirrup, but not too grippy. Something that was very flexible, so you could bend down in it without it being stiff on your toes. Right. Because barrel racers were always putting wraps on our horses' legs. And we wanted the inside of the boot to be the most comfortable boot that anyone would wear. We thought, sorry, we have so many alarms going off. We were like, the boot has to be as comfortable as Ariat. I've worn Ariat ever since I first found out about them over 20 years ago. And I was just like, they have to be as good, if not better, in comfort, and they have to be pretty. We didn't want, ugly boots. No one would want them. Right. Thought, well, if Corral, cute boots, and Ariat, comfortable boots, blended, that was our goal. And we're very happy with what has transpired so far, because our first round and first model of boots have just been an absolute success. We couldn't have asked for more. We've been selling boots for about 8 months now online, and the response has been overwhelming. Just everyone telling us how comfortable they are. They're comfortable right from the beginning. There's really no break-in period, maybe half a day, if at all. Some people are like, they're comfortable right out of the box. And then you can stand for hours on concrete without them hurting your feet. And so to me, my favorite part is the comfort of them. And my sister, her favorite part is the grip. And then their good looks are snagging everyone's attention. And so the business has taken off. And I've been joking around lately that it's kind of created a life of its own lately. And I'm like, oh no, we created a Frankenstein, because it's just like growing so fast. So we're having to hire other people to help us and stuff. So it's really interesting, and it's really fun. We're having a lot of fun.
That's awesome. And you guys really, I know, just kind of seeing social media wise, the functionality of it, first of all, is genius. And then the
Oh,
fact that
thank
you're
you.
able to make them fashionable and want people to, or people want to wear them, is even better, right? So you've kind of
Yeah.
the best of both worlds and created the Lacy Boots.
Yeah. Yep. And Lacy is our both of our maiden name. So that's kind of why we named it that. And it's different, and people can think of it. It doesn't blend in with other boot company names. And so it was, people were like, well, why did you pick that name? And I'm like, well, it's our last name.
Yeah.
It's memorable. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's been interesting. And the thing is starting a business like this, both of us have told each other numerous times that we would never be able to do it without the other one, because there's so much work. I mean, I knew that it would be busy and a lot of work, but I had no idea how much work would be involved. We've been staying up till midnight every single night working. And we basically go to bed when we can't keep our eyes open. But we love it.
Yeah.
It's fun. And customer feedback keeps us going.
Yes.
They love them. We've had some people order 5 pair.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they want, and all
Mule
these
riders.
colors. And yeah, it's gone over into other disciplines, which is amazing. Mule riders have been getting them. One of our best customers, the one that's ordered 5 pairs, she rides mules, and they do extreme rock hopping and really extreme trail riding. And they all like the tall boots, and they like the protection that they offer from trees and other riders. And then also the polocross world has found out about them, and they're getting on board, and they're starting to order them. And we're actually in talks with them to design something that they would like to see, as far as they like Western boots, but they're English also. So we're going to get a boot form that is kind of both.
Right.
Like an English boot with a Western vibe, or a Western boot with an English vibe. So, and some people in Australia have wanted the polocross boot also. So we're finding a distributor in Australia, and we're going to ship them to them. There's a lot of polocross people down there, and we actually have people ordering our boots, our Western style from Australia also. And we're shipping to Canada, and it's just it's growing.
Yeah. So
And
really,
I
within 8 months from launching your first boot, right, or your boots, and there's multiple styles and designs,
right.
that you've become a worldwide business now.
Yes, we're like, it's a runaway freight train, and we're just holding on. We're like, what the heck? But it's funny, because like I said, we love it. It's a passion, and it's fun to be involved in something that is your passion.
Absolutely.
You don't get tired of working until midnight, and we get so excited when we get a new color or new hide, and my husband calls us boot dogs, because there's a book written called Shoe Dog by the developer Phil Knight. He's the owner of Nike.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that people that are obsessed with shoes worldwide, they call them shoe dogs.
Yeah.
So my husband's been laughing and calling us boot dogs, because we're so into the comfort. The seams have to be, they're hammered down by hand so they don't hurt your ankles, and safety. And we're just trying to make the boot work for the barrel racer. And actually, just on a little side note, in October, we did a scary leg contest for Halloween, because barrel racers, their legs are scarred up and bruised and dented.
Right.
And they never see the light of day. So we did, I know. And we usually don't wear shorts. So we did a contest, and we had 500 entries. There were so many bad injuries that I actually had no idea people could get that bad of injuries. I've never seen that bad of ones in barrel racing. And so it was a fun contest, and we thought we were going to have one winner and we'll send them a pair of boots. There were so many different types of injuries. We ended up doing a 1D, 2D, 3D, and 4D, and sending out free boots to the worst ones. And then the 2D, they got gift certificates for like 150 off and so forth and so on. And I think we're going to do that every year because it was really fun, and people love showing everyone else their scars and injuries. It was so funny. So we're like, we should do that. People really had fun with it. So
yeah, what a cool promotion idea too. I mean, to kind of get your name out there, and then people love to talk about themselves and tell. People always say like scars tell stories, right? So there you go.
Right. Yep. War stories.
Yeah, exactly.
It caught on. Yeah. And it's funny because several people have been like, oh, why hasn't someone thought of this? Or I can't believe no one's came up with this. And I actually can't either. I'm really surprised that no one has developed that technology to protect people's shins. And then, but we were really happy that they ended up so pretty. A lot of people are buying them. That we have a model made without the XRD shin impact protection, just for the people that want them
fashion.
Yeah, non-barrel racers, or just for riding horses, and for wearing with leggings and a long shirt or sweater. They're really, really pretty.
Yeah.
And they can make you feel really dressed up. So some people are buying one pair to ride in and get muddy, and then another pair for just to go out in and dress up.
Yeah, exactly. And what kind of made you guys, I know you've talked about it a little bit, but what made you decide like, hey, like this is something we need to do and not let someone else figure it out?
Right. Well, my sweet sister, she kept trying so many different ideas within the animal industry. We were actually trying to think up some all natural healing products for dogs and horses, and everything she tried to come up with, she said I was just kind of dragging my feet. I wasn't really passionate about it, and I was trying to be there for her, but it just wasn't there. And since we love barrel racing so much, and it's our passion, when we thought of the boot, we were just like, this is it.
That's it. Yeah.
And yeah, and we didn't know how we were going to finance it. We were like, well, we're just going to do it. We'll figure it out as we go. A small business loan, or beg my husband for a loan, or I was like, what are we going to do? And our parents our dad's a Vietnam vet, and he has tried to do inventions his entire life. And so we wanted to do this in his name. Both of our parents are still alive. We wanted to do it for him too. And they actually lended us the money to get started, because it's, to get all those boots and inventory and to get them manufactured, it takes a lot from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everything's just kind of fallen in place. And we wouldn't have been able to do it without the other one. A business like this, it takes someone else to be able to brainstorm with and have someone to where when you are handling all these issues, your partner can pick up where you can't. Absolutely. And we both have strengths and weaknesses that we can fill in for each other.
Yeah. Well, so the fact that you guys are sisters and family and can work together, and I'm sure it's you guys I'm sure you were close to begin with, being twins, but probably brought you even closer as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and we can shoot off ideas off of each other and get little arguments and then brainstorm, and then everything's fine. Yep. So it's a really good working, relationship.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of times when one person's like, no, I want to do this, and the other person has the opposite idea, and you go around, and then you end up thinking of an idea that is better than what either party could have thought up on their own.
Exactly. Yep. 2 brains are better than one, right?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. So that really helped. That was I read that along the way somewhere, that to have a company, it's really good to have a partner, someone obviously that you can trust.
Right.
And a lot of times, if it's someone that has the opposite skill set from you.
Yep. 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 You
Yeah.
just feed off each other, and like you said, strengths and weaknesses helps it all come
Yeah.
together in the end, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's what's worked for us. So if anyone ever wants to start a business, I would highly recommend having a partner, because it is hard. And wow, do I ever hand it to women that do something like this on their own. I hats off to them.
Right. Yes.
Those are some tough women.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And speaking of small business and women and everything, as far as like y'all's marketing and it being a small business, I know you mentioned you guys are at the point now where you have to hire some other employees, but to this point, has it just been you two and kind of doing it all?
It has been everything. I was thinking that the other day, not only the product development and the manufacturer, and then all the designs, everything, like the tags we put on the boots, to the shipping box. We had to design that, the box that everything comes in. So we have done absolutely, like, from point A to point where we are now. We do have a wonderful girl, Jennifer Klein, that is our shirt designer. We ran it. She offered her services to help us. She went to our high school with us, so we were on Facebook friends.
Right.
And she's been amazing in helping us to design our shirts. And then we found out how good she is with media, things online. She's helped us with some advertising ads that are adorable. So she's really good at creating online. And she's actually doing our advertising for us. And our adorable Christmas ad that we had, our Halloween ad, and now Valentine's. And we love her. She's she's amazing. So she's part of the team. And then also Lisa, we have a new national sales director of sales and marketing, and she's amazing. She's phenomenal. She has a